Hey!
What up, fam?
What's up?
Shalom.
What's up? Shalom, shalom.
It is the midweek. It is the fourth day of the week. Fifth, sixth. Yes.
Yeah. I know I'll do that every morning. I go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's fourth day.
This is the fourth day of the week.
Yes. We are still in the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Yes.
So I hope everyone's cleaning out that leaven. And I mean spiritually.
That
talking
thing,
about the bread.
Yeah, that thing, every time I hear Feast of Unleavened Bread or I read that word, I used to think about food.
Yeah.
I don't think about food anymore. I think about my own life.
Temple. Clean it out.
Yeah.
Get rid of them little demons.
Okay. I am Michonne Holmes, and this is Shelly on the Beat.
Bum.
Love that.
And it's time for story time. Story time. Story time. So Shalom family, make sure you get on. You can chat anytime you want to. And if some of you don't know, this week we're doing just special stories that a lot of people have not heard about. We're trying to keep them centered around Moses, Egyptian years, and all that, just so we can get a full picture.
The true history of Passover.
Yes.
I got one word to say.
Pharaoh.
Maya today, as Bonnie G would say.
Yeah, if you weren't on yesterday, go back and I can't remember what chapter we was in.
That was 77.
I think that sound right. But
77.
Pharaoh got saved.
I went to sleep going, I'm sorry, Pharaoh.
Pharaoh saved.
Wow, Pharaoh was saved. That man had salvation before he checked them out of here. Wow, blowing my mind.
And the Red Sea was parted 12 ways instead of
12.
12 lanes.
Incredible.
Okay, so as always, we are going to start with a scripture. Sister Nishan is going to read.
All right, I'm going to be reading out of Ephesians, which is Ephesians. Okay. That's Hebrew. Ephesians is Hebrew for Ephesians. Ephesians.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
all right, we're in chapter 4, and I'm going to read 1 through 32. Therefore, the prisoner of Yahuwah, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the calling wherewith ye were called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long-suffering, forbearing one another in love. Love is not an emotion, it's an action.
Yeah, most definitely.
Endeavoring to guard the unity of the Ruach in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Ruach, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. One Yah, one faith, one baptism, one Elohim and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Mashiach. Wherefore it says, when he ascended upon high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might feel all things. Not feel. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the Kodashim, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Mashiach, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of Elohim, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Mashiach, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men, like the sleight of hand.
Yeah. Magic
Magicians.
tricks.
Magicians. And cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, but speaking the truth, capital T, in love, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Mosheh, from whom the whole body fit jointly together and compacted by that which every joint supplies, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, makes increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. This I say therefore and testify, Yahuwah, that ye henceforth walk not as the other nations walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Elohim through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness and greediness. But ye have not so learned Mosheh. If so be that ye have learned, if ye so be have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth, capital T, is Yahusha, that he put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the ruach of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which after Elohim is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of another, one of another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that has need. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Ruach HaKodesh of Elohim, whereby you are sealed unto the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice, and ye be kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Elohim for Mashiach's sake has forgiven you.
Excuse me, why has those LOL?
What's that?
Those LOL, we never played them in your house, remember? The LOLs.
Who's it?
Ariel.
Oh, Ariel?
No, not Ariel. I just want to ask you the LOL dolls, like this.
Oh, LOL dolls. Baby,
I found the kid.
Y'all,
our
we got
dolls.
grandkids.
Yeah. I don't know where
live.
Genesis put them, baby.
We don't know.
I
We don't know where we don't know where they are. But you can play with the things that are in you, okay?
But I don't like that. I don't want the
Okay,
dolls.
well, I don't know what to tell you, boo.
We can.
I don't know where
Sorry.
Genesis put the LOL
We don't know where
dolls.
they are, sweetie.
Okay. They in there somewhere. I guarantee you that. They inside of something.
Yeah, you just gotta look.
I just want that one get boxes.
Okay, well,
I hear you.
You try to look, okay?
I hear you, but I don't know where they at.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. We got an LOL doll emergency. Oh,
that was my granddaughter, Tahira Rivers. That is my lovely granddaughter.
She don't want them other dolls. She want LOL.
Okay.
Okay, so today, first of all, what Nashawn just read from Ephesians, we know that this is the feast of unleavened bread. You know, you were talking about getting rid of stuff, right?
I didn't even
notice.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Well, that's what I say at the end when they say get rid of this and get rid of bitterness and get rid of it.
I didn't even know. I just
in the
he's so smooth. He's so smooth. I didn't even pay attention. I was just like, this is amazing. Thank you.
You say get rid of
stuff.
Unleavened. We are reading from the Sefer today, and as you know, we are in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And all this week, since we are in feast season, we're going to bring you little short. We're just bringing you. I don't want to say stories.
They are stories,
but they are
because
stories.
they're his stories.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Of things surrounding Moses or
Yes.
Mosheh that is not in the 66, and it may be things that you have not read before.
Right.
So today we are doing chapter 70.
All right.
And I call it Mosheh, the early years. So we are doing, and shalom everyone. Yeah, we're just going to do chapter 70 of Jasher in the Sefer.
Awesome.
Everybody ready?
Here
Let's
we
do
go.
it.
All right. And in the 3rd year from the birth of Mosheh, Pharaoh was sitting at a banquet when Alparanith, the queen, Alparanith, the queen, was sitting at his right and Bathia at his left, and the lad Mosheh was lying upon her bosom, and Bilam, the son of Beor, with his 2 sons, and all the princes of the kingdom were sitting at the table in the king's presence. And the lad stretched forth his hand upon the king's head and took the crown from the king's head and placed it on his own head.
Mosheh. He's 3 years old. He reaches, takes the crown off Pharaoh's head and puts it on his own. Puts it on his head.
He's 3.
He's 3 years old.
He's Genesis age.
Yes. He's 3 years old. But he's 3-year-old. He's 3.
Nothing is by chance and coincidence, especially with this little boy.
Okay? You just never know. He is 3 years
goodness.
old. Sitting on his mama, because Bathia is the one that drew him from the river.
Yeah.
So it's Pharaoh and the queen, Bathia, and he just, chilling on her bosom, just chilling. He reaches over, take the crown off Pharaoh's head.
And puts it on his own head. Verse 3, and when the king and princes saw the work which the boy had done, the king and princes were terrified, and one man to his neighbor expressed astonishment.
Now, why you have terrified of a 3-year-old? He 3. He is 3 years old. Because they felt something.
Oh, they felt something when he did that.
It must have, because he's 3.
Yeah.
He's
a baby.
That's what they do. That's what they do. Yes.
It is.
They see something shiny that they like.
They go for it.
Yep.
4, and the king said unto the princes who were before him at the table, what speak you and what say you, O ye princes, in this matter? And what is it to be the judgment against the boy on account of this act? Oh, they want to do something to him?
What we going to do to the 3-year-old for taking the crown off my head? 3-year-old. What we going to do?
You terrified of him, and then you want to do something to him?
Yeah.
That's a toddler.
Yeah.
Like you said, he a baby. He's something shiny. Ooh.
Hey, we taught the same person to put the babies in the wall.
Okay.
That's him. Just be him.
And Bilam, the son of Beor, the magician, answered before the king and princes, and he said, remember now, O Adonai, and king, the dream which you did dream many days since, and that which your servant interpreted unto you. Now, therefore, this is a child from the Ivri children.
And Hebrew children.
Yes. Mm-hmm. In whom is the Ruach Elohim, and let not my Adonai, the king, imagine that this youngster did this thing without knowledge, like I just said, and nothing by chance or coincidence.
He said, this one, he don't think this ain't an Egyptian child. This is a Hebrew child. I don't care that he 3. He know what he doing. And this, in case you didn't catch it, this is the same Balaam that one, I can't remember which king, called him to curse the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt. Yeah.
King Balak.
Yeah. when they came out of Egypt, and he said,
"This is the same one."
This is the same one, and he said, "They said curse him." He said, "I can't. You can get them to curse. You can get them to curse themselves." So this is the same one.
Wow.
So he like, Pharaoh, don't take this too lightly. This 3-year-old know what he doing. He's a Hebrew. He got the Ruach Elohim.
He told him.
Look, I've been watching these people.
Yeah.
This little 3-year-old don't. Yeah, okay. I don't care if Bethia drew him out the water when he was baby. And he don't know. You think he don't know nothing because he grew up in this palace. He got Ruach Elohim.
He do. He said it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Verse 7. For he is an Ivri or Hebrew boy, and wisdom and understanding are with him, although he is yet a child. And with wisdom has he done this and chosen unto himself the kingdom of Mitzrayim or Egypt.
Yeah. So he said, basically, this little boy has just told you, I'm taking your kingdom because I want it. So I'm going to take your crown and put it on my head. Basically, this little boy just told you, I want Egypt, and one day it's going to be mine. That's what he said, even though we know it's a little bit different than that. But he's saying, this little boy has just told you, I'm taking Egypt from you. I don't care if he is 3.
That's crazy.
He's like, he know what he's doing. But 3-year-old.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Verse 8. For this is the manner of all the Ivrim, Hebrews, to deceive kings and their nobles, to do all these things cunningly, in order to make the kings of the earth and their men tremble.
So he said, this is their history. They sneaky. He calling the Hebrews sneaky. They a sneaky little lot. So don't take this like lightly. I don't care if the boy is 3. They kind of
That's where that
sneaky.
principality came from. That's where that stronghold came from, where
You
they
like
think
that?
that we are sneaky and we're underhanded.
Yep, they kind of sneaky.
It came from this.
The 3-year-old is sneaky.
He's a toddler.
Yeah, I'd say he was teenagers, or maybe even 10. I'll give it 10 years old.
Right, but he's a baby.
3.
He's a baby. He just coming out of real babyhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. Surely you know that Abraham, their father, acted thus, who deceived the army of Nimrod, king of Babel, and Abimelech, king of Gerar, and that he possessed himself of the land of the children of Heth and all the kingdoms of Canaan. What?
First of all, they ain't even took possession of Canaan
Thank you.
Yet. Yeah.
Verse 10, and that he descended into Mitzrayim or Egypt and said of Sarah, his woman, she is my sister, in order to mislead Mitzrayim and her king.
Now he did do that.
But he didn't do it to mislead him. He did it to save
his life. He did it to save his life. And what he's talking about with Abraham didn't even do that. His father did. Because remember they said, bring him. Pharaoh said, bring me that boy. He finna die. But he switched the baby.
Yeah, he took one of his servants.
Yeah.
Babies.
But that's not being okay. He lied to you. We ain't gonna, sugarcoat it.
Right. He lied to you.
Because you was about to kill my baby.
Hello?
Think of the reason why he had to do that instead of saying these people sneaky. Well, if you would have tried to kill my baby, I wouldn't have had to lie.
You trying to commit murder on my seed.
And you want me to bring you my baby. What you think I was going to do?
Crazy people.
You better be glad I didn't go get one of your babies and give it to you. That's what you better do.
So probably could. Oh my goodness.
So he's like doing something, but he's twisting it because he's not giving the whole story.
Right.
But he's trying to give Pharaoh like a little background. Like they sneaky. This 3-year-old know what he doing. Because they sneaky. Remember this, and this.
Man. Verse 10. And that he descended into Mitzrayim and Sarah of his woman, she is my sister, in order to mislead Mitzrayim and her king. Mitzrayim is Egypt.
Yes.
His son Isaac also did so when he went to Gerar and dwelt there, and his strength prevailed over the army of Abimelech, the king of the Philistines.
Mhm.
He also thought of making the kingdom of the Philistines stumble in saying that Rivkah, his woman, was his sister,
Yeah, that's
Rebecca.
Yeah, so he's saying that his son, Abraham's son, did the same thing because you were going to kill him. So he told the same thing to the king of the Philistines that Abraham told Pharaoh, that's my sister.
Yeah.
He said, Rebecca, that's my sister. So that you would not kill them. Not because they wanted to take over your kingdom.
They didn't want your stuff.
Because they didn't even take over your kingdom.
You actually wanted his.
Yeah, you wanted
it.
Yeah, you wanted his stuff. They ain't even took over
And
no possession of your land, nothing.
Nothing.
They did nothing.
That's so they flipped
it.
Verse 13. Jacob also dealt treacherously with his brother. What? Okay, sorry about that, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob also dealt treacherously with his brother and took from his hand his birthright and his blessing.
Did he take it? Okay.
That man gave it to him
that
for
birthright. You sold it
for some cornbread and
some beans and lentils,
some beans and rice and some lentils and some cornbread.
Yeah, basically beans and cornbread. You gave that away. Now, did Jacob steal Esau's, not the birthright, but whatever that was when he dressed up like his brother? Yeah, he did it. But I want you to listen to the words he's using. His words are really harsh and you're doing too much. And if you notice and listen to the news, this is exactly what they do. They use these crazy words because they blow it up.
Everything.
And you be like, wait, all he did was eat a tuna sandwich. And they'll go, he bit into the tuna and the dripping that. All he did was take a bite.
My girlfriend said they put the 10 on the 2.
Yes, they do. They most definitely do. Yep, the neighborhood gossip. That's right, Sister Cammie.
Yep.
Neighborhood gossip. You got to make it sound juicier than what it is. When it's really just a little old story. Jacob bit a tuna sandwich. No, that don't. That
we gotta make it a little good. We gotta embellish it a little bit.
Yeah. Jacob took a big old bite and his teeth was long and ferocious and he just went. He tore it off with his mouth. They gotta do too much.
Way too much embellishment. You are right. Wow.
Putting a 10 on the 2, I like that.
Yeah. Yep. Verse 14. He went then to Padan Aram, to the house of Laban, his mother's brother, and cunningly obtained from his daughter his cattle. Obtained from him his daughter, his cattle, and all belonging to him, and fled away and returned to the land of Canaan to his father.
Now Laban is the one that tricked him, not the other way around.
Not the other way around. That was. Everybody knew this story though. Look, he's like,
yes.
So, like you said, the neighborhood gossip got around quick
because ain't no newspaper, ain't no text, ain't no nothing.
So all the earth's people are hearing.
Y'all knew the business, yes. You knew the business. Y'all know what's up.
So he took the business, and put the 10 on the 2.
Put the 10 on the 2. Got his own little newspaper going.
That's a fool. That the Inquirer.
Talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is gossip.
This is real gossip. This is real gossip. What he's doing. This
men
is
don't gossip. Huh? I think maybe we learned it from y'all.
Yeah. This is defamation of character.
This is a lawsuit.
Slander. Yeah, it is
a lawsuit.
It's a mess. 15. His sons sold their brother Joseph, who went down into Egypt and became a slave. And was placed in the prison house for 12 years.
Okay. Wait. Now, just think about Joseph when he was sold. Was he a slave? He was in charge of people's houses. He was in charge of Potiphar's house. He was in charge of the prison. So,
and when he got out of prison,
he was in charge of Egypt.
of all of Egypt. In charge.
And
Second in command to Pharaoh.
Yes. And he didn't do that by a fight.
Hooking and crooking.
He didn't do that. They placed him there. All he did was did his work.
Yep.
And Potiphar said, you in charge. The man in the prison, you in charge. Wait, I'm a prisoner. No, you in charge. But he got him cunningly doing something.
That's crazy.
He said, you know them Hebrews, that's what they do to us.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
You know they steal. You know you can't trust them.
That part.
Yep. The black women are always angry. You can't trust them. They lazy.
Yeah.
We built everything, taught y'all everything, but we lazy. They still do it. Ain't nothing changed.
Wow, it's true. They flipped the script. Until 16, until the former Pharaoh dreamed dreams and withdrew him from the prison house and magnified him above all princes in Egypt on account of his interpreting his dreams to him. And when Elohim caused a famine throughout the land, he sent for and brought his father and all his brothers and those in the whole of his father's household and supported them without price or reward and bought the Egyptians for slaves.
Now when did all that happen?
He didn't bought no Egyptians for slaves.
When did all
He paid
that
these
happen?
people because he was a governor. He was governor over
He was
everything.
in charge.
He didn't
No.
He didn't enslave. So that's where
And bought the Mitzrayim for slaves. Y'all wasn't slaves? Anybody?
Y'all wasn't slaves.
The Egyptians was not slaves. Like, you really flipped that script. Like, really? You really saying Joseph bought them for slaves? No. First of all, everybody loved Joseph.
Everybody, all
Everybody
the people
loved
loved
Joseph.
because he got them out of the pickle that they were in.
Yes.
They were like, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to do it?
Yeah.
He was the one with the interpretation and had the ingenuity to get the job done that needed to be done.
And who made who a slave? What are you talking about?
Right.
See, that's that rewriting history, which is what they did to us.
That is.
That's their rewriting history.
Exactly
Add stuff in that don't belong and have us. That's why during Black History Month for years, you just heard about the same old 3, 4, 5 people.
It's true.
You're like, hey, there's some other people did stuff. And
we
half
ain't got no
was
other.
like,
right.
You be like,
we ain't got no more other people.
No, just them. That's it. That's the only brave people y'all had. And one of them was a murderer. His name was Nat Turner. They put all that on Nat Turner. Well, you know what? Y'all was beating him, and Nat Turner was the one. They said he's killing the white people in their sleep.
Yep.
Come on.
Y'all was dashing babies against rocks and cutting babies out of women and throwing them on the ground and
feeding them to alligators. Look, where's that story?
Where's that story?
Where that story at? Come on.
Gator bait. Where's that?
Yeah.
Where's the backstory on that one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, but we're the
savages.
Yeah, we're the savages.
We're the animals.
I think you are. Check your history, boo. Just saying.
Just saying. Verse 18. Now therefore, my Adonai, the king, behold, this child has risen up in their stead in Egypt, to do according to their deeds and to trifle with every king, prince, and judge. Where is he getting this? Hasatan is all up and through this
all
man.
Up and through it.
19. If it please the king, let us now spill his blood upon the ground, lest he grow up and take away the government from your hand, and the hope of Egypt perish after he shall have reigned.
So now, but remember, Hasatan is trying to stop. He
That
knows
part.
later on Moses is going to grow up and come deliver them. He said, let's kill him now.
Yeah.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Spill his blood right now. Don't have to say, get the boy, I don't know, beat him with a bat, hit him against the ground, whatever you need to do. And he wanted to do it a little harsh. What did he say?
For taking
Yeah.
the crown off of one person's head and
A
putting it
3-year-old.
on his own.
He said, kill that boy right now. That ain't nothing but Hasatan.
Let's spill his blood right now.
Right now.
at the
Don't even
dinner table.
hesitate. Don't even hesitate.
They at the dinner
You know,
table
they
too.
did, yeah.
They chilling.
Just take him and kill him right now.
These people sick, man. And Balaam said to the king, let us moreover call for all the judges of Egypt and the wise men thereof, and let us know if the judgment of death is due to this boy, as you did say, and then we will slay him.
He said, but get some people and other people in here just in case. But I already know what they're going to say because he probably told them what to say.
Probably did.
He said, we're going to make it seem like we did it right, but our intention is to kill the boy. But to make it seem like it's right, let's hold a little trial for the 3-year-olds. Yes.
Does that sound familiar,
right?
family?
Make it seem right so we don't just look like a bunch of savages. Let us at least act like we had a trial. And then we go kill him. Well, you already done did the verdicts. You issued the verdict before the trial. So, yeah.
Lauren said, same old song.
Yep.
Linda P said, they twisted history then and now.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron said, get them, y'all.
Well,
and he said, just wicked.
Oh, they have already announced. It's just like, that's why when them cops be killing us, stop waiting outside the courtroom for there to be a different answer.
It's never going to be.
It's never going to be a different answer.
And the system isn't broken. It's designed to do exactly what it's doing.
Yep. And the reason why they get away from it because technically it's not against the law.
It's true.
Because we are not human. I don't know when everybody gonna figure that out. There are different laws that govern us.
Completely different.
They've
got laws against animal crime, but they don't have any laws set up to protect our lives.
Y'all remember what happened with Michael Vick? Y'all really think he was the only one dog fighting?
Of course not.
But ain't nobody white went on trial because the white people are considered more valuable than the dog. The dogs are considered more valuable than us.
That's right.
So therefore, a trial had to happen with us. And we had to pay for what we did to that dog. Because the dog is higher than us. Yeah.
The wickedness on so many levels. My verse 20. Verse 21. And Aaron said, then how come since we're not human and we are animal that they don't go to jail for beating animals? Double system. Like you said. Good point. 21. And Pharaoh sent and called for all the wise men of Egypt, and they came before the king. And an angel of Yahuwah came amongst them, and he was like one of the wise men of Egypt.
So,
okay, wait.
They called the wise men because he said, call for him, we're going to have a trial.
Okay, so
Yahuwah sent the angel down.
He disguised himself as one of the wise men.
Yep. The angel went down.
Okay.
Oh, we want to have a trial. All right. Yahuwah sent the angel, go on down to make yourself look like them.
I love it. Verse 22, and the king said to the wise men, surely you have heard what this Ivri Hebrew boy who is in the house has done. And thus has Balaam judged in the matter. Now judge you also, and see what is due to the boy for the act he has committed. And the angel, who seemed like one of the wise men of Pharaoh, answered and said as follows: before all the wise men of Egypt and before the king and the princes, If it please the king, let the king send for men who shall bring before him an onyx stone and a coal of fire, and place them before the child. And if the child shall stretch forth his hand and take the onyx stone, then shall we know that with wisdom has the youth done all that he has done, and we must slay him. But if he stretch forth his hand upon the coal, then shall we know that it was not with knowledge that he did this thing, and he shall live. Mm-hmm. And the king and the thing seemed good in the eyes of the king and the princes. So the king did according to the word of the angel of Yahuwah.
Yeah, notice how that angel just jumped in. So we're gonna put an onyx
he was the first
stone.
One to speak up.
Yeah, and it made so much sense. Nobody had nothing else to say.
Yeah.
We're gonna stick an onyx stone here. If you guys know that that's like that black, it's real shiny. black like coal.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stick coal in front of him. Whichever one he takes, if he pick up that onyx stone, we know he knows the difference. Mm-hmm. But if he reach for that coal, he just doing what a kid do, reaching for stuff. Mm-hmm. So let's see.
All right, 28. And the king ordered the onyx stone and coal to be brought and placed before Mosheh. And they placed the boy before them. And the lad endeavored to stretch forth his hand to the onyx stone, but the angel of Yahuwah took his hand and placed it upon the coal, and the coal became extinguished in his hand. And he lifted it up and put it into his mouth and burned part of his lips and part of his tongue. And he became heavy in mouth and tongue. That's the stammering. That's why.
Yes, that's why he stammered. Yes. I just got like, wow. Oh, okay. But he was going for that onyx.
He said, and the angel went,
yeah. See, that's
but he was 3. It's shiny, like you had said at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Babies love shiny things. They like pretty things. They just do.
Yes. Wow. They love shiny things.
They love shiny.
So you was like, we gotta do this. Like, yeah. So the angel made sure that, and it's not like they saw that, because now the angel was the angel, so they just know that all they see is Moshe's hand. They don't see the angel. So they would say, no, because you did it. But no, he went and he was going for that. No, Moshe, I need you to.
And he stuck it in his mouth. Mm-hmm.
So now you know.
Wow. Lauren said, facts, Uncle Aaron. And James Morgan said, they doing all this stuff over a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old.
Jennifer Burke said, wow.
Yeah, a 3-year-old. All this.
It is a wow. That don't make no sense. All of this pomp and circumstance. Okay, verse 30. And when the king and princes saw this, they knew that Mosheh had not acted with wisdom in taking off the crown from the king's head. So the king and princes refrained from slaying the child. So Mosheh remained in Pharaoh's house growing up, and Yahuwah was with him. And while the boy was in the king's house, he was robed in purple, and he grew amongst the children of the king. And when Mosheh grew up in the king's house, Bathia, the daughter of Pharaoh, considered him as a son. And all the household of Pharaoh honored him, and all the men of Egypt were afraid of him.
Now, why are they afraid of him? There has to be something
on
about
him.
This boy.
Something on him.
They're like, it's something about him.
Yeah, oozing from his
it's
pores,
called the
so
truth. It's called the truth. It's called Yahuwah. It's called Yahuwah got his hands on you. And it just makes them terrified. They are basically, they're like, something ain't right here. I'm uneasy about, and now y'all got robes on them, and because y'all think he just a little baby, but some of them is feeling it. Because some of them are demons. So they're uneasy. Because you're being ruled by demons, so you're uneasy. Because sometimes all we have to do is walk in a room and you can feel people being a little uneasy because you walked in the room. And it's because they feel it.
They do.
They feel there's something ain't right.
Oh my goodness.
I used to tell, her name is Carol. She's actually Linda's sister. She used to say how like sometimes she'd be sitting on Bart And one of Jacob's children will walk by and look at her and not want to sit by her. And I'll be like, don't think that's just because of the color of your skin. That's a demon that don't want to sit next to you. They don't want none. They do not want to sit next to you. It ain't all the time about your color. Sometimes they just feel it.
Yeah.
Just like sometimes there are people just drawn to you. They just feel it. Some people just want to sit in your presence because they feel it. Yeah. And then there's some people like,
not right now.
Why?
Not right now. That's sand, and we don't want to get it all over the place. Okay.
You see, when you let Genesis open it.
It's never been opened. Okay. So we're not going to open it.
Sorry.
Go put it back, please. Thank you.
That's an outside toy.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah. So they're terrified because those are demons. Like, we know he's gonna do something. We tried to kill him. And this little angel. And don't think some of them demons didn't know. It's just an angel. That's an angel. He got us. He got us.
You know it. You know it.
He got. So they're terrified because they know.
Wow. Mommy Gwen, going back to when he took the coal and put it in his mouth, she said that's why his speech was challenged. Aaron says, you know, he put that hot coal in his mouth and didn't cry. That's what it is. Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
they feel royalty. Yeah, pray boy.
It was about the spirit of
the
person's
spirit
possessed.
Yes. That's why when they tried to when some of those people who weren't real tried to get the demon out of somebody.
Yeah.
And they said, Yeshua, we know.
Sons of Sheva.
Yep. Paul we know about, but who you? Told them people up. Trying to cast me out.
Beat, bloody, running down the street naked.
Oh, you trying to cast me out? I don't even know you. You have no authority.
Got mollywopped.
Please. Don't play with me.
Don't play. Okay, verse 32. And while the boy was, we are already 34. And he daily went forth and came into the land of Goshen, where his brethren, the children of Yasharel, were. And Mosheh saw them daily in shortness of breath and hard labor. And Mosheh asked them, saying, wherefore is this labor meted out unto you day by day? And they told him all that had befallen them, and all the injunctions which Pharaoh had put upon them before his birth. And they told him all the counsels which Balaam, the son of Beor, had counseled against them, and what he had also counseled against him in order to slay him when he had taken the king's crown from off his head. So even the people in Goshen, they knew the story about what happened when he had taken the crown off. Wow. So
they tell Moshe, they've been, before you were born, they were putting all this stuff on us, and Balaam tried to kill you when you was 3. When you reached for that crown.
And when Moshe heard these things, his anger was kindled against Balaam, and he sought to kill him. And he was in ambush for him day by day. He was gunning after this man. He was like,
Moshe said, I'm gonna get him. Look, get him. You messing with my people.
He was like, let me tell you something. Don't come for me, and I haven't sent for you.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, okay. Oh, we wanna kill somebody. You want to issue all these little edicts
on a little boy at that.
That means you still coming for me. That means you're still my enemy. So I'm gonna need to get you.
I need to get you before you get me.
So I'm finna ambush you. We finna,
He was in ambush for him day by day. Verse 39. And Balaam was afraid of Moshe, and he and his 2 sons rose up and went forth from Egypt, and they fled and delivered their souls and betook themselves to the land of Cush in Kikianus, king of Cush.
He like, we are Balaam said, we out of here. Because see, he knows. He knows. But you couldn't kill him. But it makes me think that Balaam was still doing stuff.
Oh yeah, you know he was.
Back to get him killed.
You know he was.
And now Moses found out.
Yeah.
And Balaam know the history. He's like, I'm out of here. Coward.
He just That's ran. A straight coward.
He ran. He was like, come on, babies. Get my sons. Come on, we out of here.
Coward.
Oh, he's like, we go.
Man. And Mosheh was in the king's house, going out and coming in. Yahuwah gave him favor in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of all his servants and in the eyes of all the people of Egypt. And they loved Mosheh exceedingly. And the day arrived when Mosheh went to Goshen to see his brethren, that he saw the children of Yasharel in their burdens and hard labor. And Mosheh was grieved on their account.
So he knew who he was.
Yeah.
He knew who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knew exactly who he was.
It's like being born in the house of Boulay.
Mm-hmm.
But you really have an affinity for the people that you actually come from.
Because you feel it. You feel it like, these my people.
Yeah.
And remember, all these people the same color.
That's what I'm saying.
But he knows, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Mosheh.
Go ahead, Mosheh. And Mosheh 42. Yeah. And Mosheh returned to Egypt and came to the house of Pharaoh and came before the king. And Mosheh bowed down before the king. And Mosheh said unto Pharaoh, I pray you, my Adonai, I have come to seek a small request from you. Turn not away my face empty. And Pharaoh said unto him, Speak. And Mosheh said unto Pharaoh, Let there be given unto your servants, the children of Yasharel, who are in Goshen, 1 day to rest therein from their labor. And the king answered Mosheh and said, Behold, I have lifted up your face in this thing to grant your request.
He said, give him a Shabbat.
Y'all is sovereign, y'all.
See, you can't, we can't make this up. Let him rest 1 day. Now, remember, Mosheh is brought up in the Egyptian ways.
Yes.
He dressed like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
He got on all that gold and the
he walking and talking like them.
That's where he was educated.
Yep.
Got the purple robe.
Yep.
Everything. But he said, give him a day. Give him a Shabbat.
Y'all is sovereign because he gonna get his commandments guarded. He gonna get his commandments guarded.
Talk about intentional. Talk about it. Yah is intentional. It is so important. That's why we keep emphasizing how important Shabbat is. Stop trying to change the days.
Stop trying to change the days.
So the first day of the week is a Christian Sabbath. No, it's only one.
Period. One. Quit trying to confuse everything.
Yes.
It's simple.
Yes. And right now, Yahuwah is making sure they slaves. They gonna keep my Shabbat. I'm gonna give him 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
And he granted his request.
Woo! Hallelujah. Let's see. It was about the spirit of it. Aphil royalty got beat like a red-headed stepchild.
Yeah, that's Aaron. I'm saying ain't nobody but Aaron.
Let's see.
46.
And Pharaoh ordered a proclamation to be issued throughout Egypt and Goshen, saying, To you, all the children of Yasharel, thus says the king, for 6 days shall you do your work and labor, but on the 7th day you shall rest and shall not perform any work. Thus shall you do all the days, as the king and Mosheh the son of Bathia, have commanded.
See how he said it the same way? Because he could have said, okay, the first day of the week, y'all can rest. Or the third day of the week, y'all can rest. How's it the exact same?
Yah is sovereign. He is going to get
I'm
his
telling ya,
way,
yes.
period.
Yes.
Ooh,
You can't mess with that.
you can't.
Can't mess
You can't
with
mess
that.
with it.
So stop trying.
And Mosheh rejoiced at this thing which the king had granted to him. And all the children of Yasharel did as Mosheh ordered them.
Well, that don't take nothing to do. Of course they go.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, okay, we get to rest. Thank you. Thank you.
We ain't going against. I'm not getting up.
Thank you.
Up. You think they said, yeah, I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, we're just going to get up and go to work.
We just go do some slave labor, you know.
You know they was like, give me that before they take it back.
Yeah. I'm sleeping in.
Oh, I'm gonna catch up on all that sleep I've been missing.
Yeah. I'm resting today. Don't knock on my door. I'm resting.
Yep. Hallelujah. 49. For this thing was from Yahuwah to the children of Yasharel. For Yahuwah had begun to remember the children of Yasharel to save them for the sake of their fathers.
So they must have started crying out. Some of them must have been like,
they've been lamenting. They've been opening up their mouths and saying, where are you? Why?
Yeah.
Help us. Help us get out of this.
And this is step one, Shabbat. Okay, keep the Shabbat. Step one. This is step one. You done
said something big there.
Step one, keep the Shabbat. And we could talk.
Isn't
That's how important it is.
For me, when I first came into the awakening, that was the first thing on my heart.
Yeah.
Was I gotta rest on Shabbat.
That's when I really learned what it was. Because when they say Christian Sabbath, they have you all over the place. First they got you in church and you go to a visiting church. Then sometimes you gotta rehearse it before you go to the visiting church because the choir's singing. They got you working. Ain't no rest. And then you gotta get up next morning and go to work. But what did I rest?
That ain't a Sabbath.
That's not a Sabbath.
From sun up to sundown, the churches that I went through, we was gone.
Be there all day.
Moving all day long.
It's not a Shabbat.
It's not. Verse 50, and Yahuwah was with Mosheh, and his fame went throughout Egypt. And Mosheh became great in the eyes of all the Egyptians, and in the eyes of all the children of Yasharel, seeking good for his people, Yasharel, and speaking words of peace regarding them to the king. So we had an advocate in the palace.
Yes. In the palace.
We had an advocate in the
palace. That grew up in that's why we don't need to 3-day services. You right.
My poor babies, we would drag them to church. They would be half asleep, and then we would drag them out of the church. They'd be half asleep.
Yep. And then that's them anniversary services. Be lasting for 3 days.
Yeah.
And you gotta invite all them churches so you can get that cash.
It's true. That was what it was for.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was for. Like why?
We said it was because we're getting together to celebrate.
No. Celebrate money. Making it rain.
Not this.
It's because you wasn't doing this. You was making it rain. Like y'all make it rain. Somebody got $50. 50 people out there got $50 waving in your head. Now that I really, really think about that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was in church, he said, the Holy Spirit is telling me that for everybody to give their shoe size. What? Whatever size shoe you wear, that's how much money. So if I wore 8, I'm supposed to put in $8. Don't fool yourself. That money add up.
It does. And they know it does. Linda said there's a hater waiting around the corner.
That's them. They didn't meet the tithe quota. Sister Laura, you come. Hey, it's true though. That's
is.
true.
It is.
Yep. It was like, yeah, we got
Linda said, truly a circus.
yes.
If you don't know the background of the word church, it comes from the word circ, which means circle, which also translates into
circus. Well, what you say?
Yeah. 3-ring circus.
Yeah. 3 rings. Father said, you know what? I'm done. Look.
Aaron said, what about them prayer lines, $20 and $50 and $100? Yep.
What you got to pay to go to the prayer line?
Yeah, you got to get paid.
Oh, I know that one. I ain't
you will
seen.
be removed if you don't have the money. You just stand to the side.
Well, what's
stand
so
to the
what,
side.
for $20 you get what? A couple
prophecy.
of sentences?
Yeah,
Oh,
you get a prophecy.
and then for that's what they was paying. They was charging.
Mm-hmm. Experienced it personally. I didn't have the $20, so you can guess what happened.
So you didn't get your prophecy
and was humiliated. Yep.
That's a whole nother level of evil.
Yeah.
That.
But it was allowed. We allowed it because we didn't know.
Yeah. That I have never seen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and Aaron experienced it in our youth.
See, Richard Pye must have been a pastor, James.
James.
Only you, brother. Hey, you probably right.
Oh no, my mind. I'm thinking about Richard Pryor. Oh no. 3-ring circus on Lord of the Rings. It's 3-ring circus on Lord of the Rings.
And which way is up? Oh, y'all just bringing them all out. Yeah, I remember which way is up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Wow. That's all right. See, but now we know.
Yeah.
That's how important Shabbat is.
That
people start crying out at the beginning. The first thing he did was put Shabbat back in place.
Mosheh, as a young man, petitioned the king, Pharaoh, and said, give him rest. And then Pharaoh thought it was his idea, but it was actually the sovereignty of the Most High.
Yes, because it's actually on the
6 days shall you work, and on the 7th you shall rest. I'm in awe of y'all. He's so smooth.
He is really smooth. That's why the more we read this stuff, it should cause less and less worry.
Yes, it actually does.
Yeah, he is really in control.
He really is.
Y'all saying I got this. Y'all sitting around not sleeping, tripping. Go to sleep.
Eat a sandwich and
yeah. Go to sleep.
Wow, good stuff.
Yes,
I'm loving these historical accounts that we're going through that are not in the 66.
Yeah,
that we have access to, and we can really. And this stuff hits different now.
It's way different.
It's so good.
Yeah, God's fully in control. So go get some rest. That's
right, Lauren.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron and James, let it go.
Hey,
we finna get y'all off of here. Wait.
Yep, it's 6:59.
Oh, we did pretty good.
Yeah,
we did pretty good.
We did.
So we are going. Jennifer likes to go sleep.
Rest. We can rest
with them. That's somebody really sleep right there. They got the Z's because that's the snore.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I want some snacks.
Okay, we're gonna shalom.
Yes.
And get this little girl some snacks.
Yes, and we will see you. Wait, what's today? It's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow at 5.
Bye.
See, you just came in.
Say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, everyone.
See y'all.
See you tomorrow.